Bro, I need a job. I got this exam. I gotta buy a Scantron. Man, I'm so broke. If this is you, then I got a fix for you. Research shows that 44% of college students have money in their savings, but the rest, which is 56%, have nothing, nada, zilch. And financial struggles play a major role in the dropout rates, and the dropout rates are increasing, with a third of students dropping out every year. So if you're just like any logical human, you're probably wondering, what is a way to make money without dropping out of school? Well, let's find it out. Now, this is my journey of asking college students the very simple question of, how are y'all making money while being in college?
Oh, I'm not making any money right now.
My parents.
If you had a job, do you think you'd be able to juggle school and work?
Probably. Just have to be I'd have to rearrange my schedule.
Yeah, the same.
If you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
Probably help pay for school.
Yeah, definitely school.
Appreciate y'all. How do you make money while being in college?
I work 2 jobs. I work a desk job and then I work at a restaurant.
Are you able to manage while being in college at the same time?
Yeah, my desk job is online and then the other one's in person.
Would you say you're living comfortably with the money you're making in college?
Yeah.
How are you making money while being in college?
I have one job.
Are you able to manage that job and do well in school?
Yeah, because I adapted to my schedule very well, so it does work out.
Your advice to students managing their time and work and all that?
I feel like with me, I have a very adaptable job because I just serve, and they're really flexible with how they know I go to school, they know I go here. I still live at home too, so it kind of makes me easier for me to balance it out.
Okay. And if you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
I would cover the rest of my tuition with it, and if there was any left over, probably I have an investment account, so I'd put it into that.
How do you make money in college?
I'm a nail tech.
Are you able to balance that in school well? Would you say so?
Not really. I'm kind of still getting a hang of it.
Okay. So if you had $10,000 right now, what would you do?
I would do something like a charity, donate to the homeless or people in need.
You don't want to invest it to your business?
I will also do that too. I mean, it's $10,000. I can't, you know what I'm saying?
How much money does a college student need to make per month to be comfortable in school?
I think a college student need at least 5 bands to be comfortable.
5 bands?
Actually, really 10 bands.
Per month?
Yes.
What about per semester?
Per semester? $500,000.
$500,000? Do you want
Acrylics by Charisma. Charisma, Charisma. And acrylic nails, but acrylics with no A.
How are you making money?
All he do is spin
Bro. Anyways.
I'm not making money in college, actually. Well, actually, I mean, sometimes I just sell clothes from my closet on Depop.
How much do you need to make to be comfortable in college? Are you comfortable right now?
Very comfortable. Not from anything I make here.
Well,
I make it and I spend it.
Oh, okay. So
But the money I make back home is what I...
So this is informative for people. So how are you making your money? 'Cause a lot of students are broke.
I work back home during the holidays.
Okay.
All I do is work.
How are you making money while being in college?
Actually, no, I'm a content creator, so whatever I make from that.
Do you want to say your niche, what specifically, or no?
Oh, I'm a skit creator, so funny videos
Oh, a skit creator. If you had any advice to students starting college on how to make money, what would you say?
I would say it's best to get an on-campus job. They pay pretty well.
And are you able to be comfortable with school and balance everything out? I know you say you're a content creator, so it's a little flexible, but would you still say so?
Yeah, for sure, but it gets stressful at times, and that's why content creation I can drop it, but school takes priority, and I would say I'm comfortable.
How are you making money in college?
I'm not. Oh, I just work whenever I come home.
Are you able to balance your job and school well?
Oh, yeah.
If you had $10,000 right now, what would you do with it?
Pay tuition. I'd probably invest it.
Do you have an apartment? Do you live on campus?
I'm not from here. I'm visiting.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a student here.
Are you a student in general?
I am a student. I go to DePaul.
If you weren't in school at all, what would you do to make money?
Probably I go trade school, welding.
I run a crochet business, so I would just expand more on that.
Do you run your crochet business in school?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Yes, but I haven't been doing as much as I should.
How are y'all making money in college?
I have a job in the union, actually.
I'm not.
No. Okay. Is that job in the union paying stable for you, or?
Yeah.
Are you are you comfortable in college right now?
Yeah.
How much money do you think a student needs to make to be stable in college?
Okay, it depends on their situation.
Are you on campus? Or?
Yeah, I was gonna say I live on.
Yeah.
We both live on campus.
1,500, 2,000 a month, or 1,000? How much do you spend a month, do you think? Yeah? Okay. Well, if you had $10,000, what would you do with it right now?
I'd pay off my student loans.
I'll probably buy like some clothes or something. I might give me some lunch.
No loans, none of that investing.
I don't have any loans, so I really don't have anything to like important to spend it on right now.
You should get that money to me so I can pay off my loan.
You know what? I would save it. I would save it.
Appreciate y'all for stopping, man. How are you making money while being in college?
I work on campus.
Work on campus. Are you able to balance school and your job? Would you say so?
Yes.
If you had any advice to students trying to make money, recommend what type of job?
Well, if you live on campus, I feel like an on-campus job would make the most sense. Yes, it doesn't pay the best, but it's like it's right there on campus, so it would be easier for you.
How much money does a student need to make to be stable?
I guess it really depends on everything, like your living situation, your classes. For me, I feel like the amount I make, it's enough to give me like the necessities that I need, but I can't just like do everything.
Are y'all on campus?
Yes, Yes.
You don't have a number, so you don't have like 1,500, 2,000?
Yeah, that's okay.
17 an hour.
17 an hour. How much monthly though?
Monthly be like 4,000 to 5,000.
4,000 to 5,000. Really?
I work at Target.
MS Footwear.
And if you had $10,000, what would you do?
10,000?
10,000 right now.
I
I think they thought I was gonna give them $10,000. By the way, if you haven't liked and subscribed, do it right now so I can actually give these people money. Cause I don't have 10,000 to give. Back to the vid.
Maybe pay off some loans. That's the first thing I would do. Pay off loans.
Really? Okay. That's a lot of people say that. No investing. No.
Pay off loans.
Okay.
I'd pay off loans and invest as well.
And you?
Loans.
Okay. How are you making money while being in college?
I'm a photographer.
Are you able to balance like school and your business?
Yeah.
And are you making enough money to be comfortable in college?
Not necessarily, considering that my prices and my quality, I have to now kind of fit the demographic that I'm in. Since I'm a college student, I now have to create separate prices that cater towards college students and their budgets and whatnot.
So how much do you think a student needs to make monthly to be comfortable in college?
I'm going off a student that has a car, that lives off campus, like needs to buy groceries and whatnot. So I would say like $1,200.
If you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
Definitely pour into my business with equipment.
All right, so how are you making money in college?
I'm actually working as an RA right now.
RA, do you think you're able to balance that in school correctly?
It gets hard sometimes. It takes a lot of effort, but yeah, ultimately.
How much money do you think a student needs to make monthly to be comfortable in college?
To be comfortable? I mean, even in Denton, like for a 4-bedroom, rent is like up to $900 on the low ends. So at least $4,000.
$4,000.
Really unrealistic, but that's what you need in this economy.
Somebody actually said that, so yeah, that's about the right answer. If you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
If I had $10,000 right now, I'd probably invest more, put it in my brokerage account. Yeah.
How are you making money while being in college?
I work and hustle.
Hustle. Are you able to balance that in college? Would you say so?
Yeah. You got time.
Like, what would your insight be to like other students that are struggling? Because 50% of students don't have no money in their savings. What would you say to them to save money?
Don't go out all the time. Ain't no point in having fun. You lay down with your money.
And if you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
Flip it.
Flip it. Do you want to go into detail on that? Nah. So how are you making money while being in college?
I work at Walmart.
Do you think you're able to manage school and work at the same time?
Yes, but I still want to quit.
Do you? Yes. Why is that?
I will say the environment isn't bad. I just think there are people there that are not necessarily like nice.
If you had $10,000, what would be the first thing you did while being in college?
If I had $10,000, I think I would invest in stocks. But of course, you know, I'm a girl, so we're gonna cover rent, gas, maybe get a new car, get some things fixed, hair, nails, you know.
So that brings me to my next question. How much do you think you need to make monthly to be comfortable in college?
I think it depends on where you live and just the kind of lifestyle that you have. But I would say I think to survive in college, I think $2K is probably the best.
$2K. Do you live on campus?
No, I do not. I do not.
Apartment?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so 2,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're beautiful, by the way. What's your name, bro?
Isaac.
How are you making money while being in college?
My parents and parlays.
Are you able to be comfortable while doing that in college? Would you say so?
Kinda, but it's still a gamble though.
If you had any advice to like any students, what would be the easiest way to make money in college while being in school?
Get a job.
Do you live on campus?
Oh yeah, I do live on campus.
How much money do you need to be stable in college?
If you're living on campus, I would say at least $1K a month. If you're off campus, probably like 2.5. I ain't gonna lie.
My name's Daniel.
Thank you for stopping. How are you making money while being in college?
So I don't make money in college, but I have a ton of financial aid, and I have a lot of savings that I got before I started college. I was working, and I saved up a bunch of money. Now I'm using that to pay for my bills, a bit of my groceries as well, because I go to the food bank, get most of my groceries from the food bank. But my financial aid is definitely carrying me through school right now for my tuition and the rest of it.
So are you on a scholarship or your financial aid? Like, is it really, like, is it a lot? Do you want to say how much they're giving you or?
I cannot disclose, but I do have a couple of scholarships, and I have enough financial aid from the state here in Texas.
That's tough, bro. On campus, apartment?
I live off campus. I live in a house with 5 other guys.
A house. How much does a student need to make to live comfortable?
So I think the average student should need to make at least $1,500 per month. That's to cover their rent, and if they have a car payments. I think more than that, close to $2,000 actually, financially stable.
To be comfortable, basically. You seem like you know how to manage your money. How old are you? I feel like you're older than everyone.
I'm 20 years old.
Really? Hey, you're right.
Thank you.
Gotta give that to you, bro.
I appreciate it.
How are you making money while being in college?
Most of my money comes from like financial aid. I also I have a big support system, so like my family and stuff. And sometimes people just like donate or just give me money and literally just prayer.
Have you like ever worked a job while in college or no?
No, I haven't.
Would you think you'd be able to manage school and work in a job if you had one? Like, do you think it's already a lot right now or?
No, I feel like, I don't know, it depends on your major and like if you're double majoring. So like I'm doing journalism, and so I don't think it takes up too much of my time. So that's why I'm considering about getting a job, because some days I don't have class at all, and so I'm like, I can just use those days to work.
How are you making money while being in college?
Pretty much just staying consistent with what I'm doing, just work in general.
Would you say you're making enough money to live comfortable while being in school?
Yes and no. Ups and downs. You have your months.
How much money do you think you need to make to be comfortable in school?
Are we talking about
monthly? Like, yeah.
Comfortable?
You ain't gotta be broke.
You gotta worry about
you gotta stay home, like work.
You could pay rent and still be chilling. If you living on campus, you don't really need much.
Probably 2, 3.
Yeah.
Probably say like 6.
7, 8. Yeah.
Wait. Stop. Did he just say 8,000? That's ballistics. Back to you. How are you making money in college?
Man, I'm just going through the motions, doing what I do best.
So you just got like a job or something?
Nah, I don't have a job. I don't work right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I be sports betting. So yeah, I be doing that. But I ain't gonna lie, before that, I had an internship like for the summer.
So most students actually have part-time jobs, and that's why a lot of students aren't saving money, aren't doing well in school. So would you understand why it's kind of hard for people to maintain both jobs?
For sure. I'm not doing it. I can't say I'm doing it right now.
How are you making money while being in college?
Ooh, I'm not making money yet.
I'm I've applied to multiple places, and I'm just kind of hoping if someone calls me back, basically. Working online stuff. I don't have anything stable yet.
Okay, so if y'all were working a job, juggle school and your job correctly?
I mean, I hope so. I try to make sure most of my classes are in the morning. I try to have a time allotted for, studying or job, so I hope so.
I'll probably have to do less hours than I have now, but I could handle it. I'm pulling back on coursework to focus on making money.
So how much money do you think a college student needs to make to be comfortable?
Ooh.
Monthly?
1K a month? I don't know.
Probably 300 if I could get lucky with that much.
300? Okay.
I'd say, depending on where you're living, 1K a month at most.
Are y'all on campus or commuting?
I'm on campus.
I commute. I'm off campus.
And if you had $10,000, what would you do with it?
Drop out.
Fair enough. You're the first person to say that, finally.
I mean, I'd put that into some way to make food first, I guess.
Realistically.
Yeah. Savings, rent, budgeting for just monthly expenses.
How are you making money while in college?
Shit. Bro, you can DoorDash or I don't know, shit. Just DoorDash.
Yeah, bro. We freshmen, bro. So yeah, we be DoorDashing, bro.
Say it's comfortable for y'all in college, to balance it.
Hell no.
He's lying, nigga. I'm good, nigga. Cause
you good? Okay, so
$300 every week, man. For me, yeah.
I'm gonna spend that shit, bro, on clothes.
Are you able to balance school with the amount of? Cause DoorDash takes some time.
Well, yeah.
So how much money do you need to make to be comfortable? Are y'all staying on campus or?
Yeah.
So For what y'all, or like where y'all at, like how much do you think you need to make monthly to be comfortable in college?
Really, like, I feel like 500 and up.
Monthly?
Yeah, because you can save it. You can balance, like, if you good at managing your money, you could balance it up.
A lot of people are saying like 1,000, 2,000, to be honest.
That's too much, bro.
Yeah, I think 500 good. Like if you know how to save it.
Yeah, save it and manage your money, 500. I feel like when you live off campus, then that's when you need to start making like a band.
That's where thousands need to come
But
up.
if you're a freshman like we is, you need to start like 500s are good if you know how to manage your money.
Making money while in college.
I have 3 jobs.
I have 2 jobs.
3 jobs. How are y'all able to balance like school and working?
I have a calendar.
I mostly take online classes so I can work during the day.
You know, y'all are in like the 2%. Y'all know that, right? A lot of students cannot balance those jobs. How much money do you think a student needs to make to live comfortably in school?
3,000 a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm making like 2,000 right now, and I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
$10,000. What would you do with it?
I'd pay my debt, pay my loans, pay my tuition, pay gas to
Get a new
here.
car.
Actually eat.
Yeah.
Eat. For your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Throughout this journey of discovering the one true way to make money in college, I found many different answers. But the truth is, what works for one person might not work for the other. The key to success in college isn't always about the quick wins. It's about playing the long game. And for those who are on a fence of staying and leaving school, I want you to do what's best for you and your future. College isn't the only path. These young years are when our brain is at its most creative. Use that to your advantage and do what's right for you. And if you made it this far, you're part of the 2%. Congrats. I want you to leave a like, subscribe, and turn noties on. And with that, my brothers and sisters, I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.